Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello to all the ships at sea. It sure is fun to see folks checking in from all over the world. I really, really appreciate it. Just to kind of set the ground lab, set the table for what we're going to be doing over the course of this week. Um, Currently, in one of my classes, and something I'm going to be doing next week, we'll talk about that in a little bit. I have been spending a lot of time thinking about worthiness and being able to accept success. And one of the things that I realized in that particular process is that when we are thinking about success, success is one of those things that it's not something typically we're able to achieve in a single tapping session. When it comes to feeling worthy and deserving of success, oftentimes our resistance to being worthy and deserving are knit into the fabric of who we are, the way that we see ourselves, the way we see ourselves in the world. We're so specifically enculturated to be in a circumstance where you know, we're supposed to strive for better, but we're supposed to keep our head down. We're supposed to expect good things, but we're not supposed to be a braggart. And with those conflicting messages, it can make it really, really hard for us to do that and embrace it in that way. So this week, every single morning at 9:30 Eastern time, what we're going to do is we're just going to get on. We're going to do 20 minutes of tapping ish. We'll kind of see how it goes. We're just kind of making this up as we go along. I have some ideas of things that I want to cover, but as we do tapping, tail enders are going to show up. I'm going to want you to share those in the chat box so we can do some more tapping on those. And this is just going to unfold in the way that it unfolds over the course of time. So to begin with, what I want to do is I just want to let go of everything that is going on around you, just to be fully present in the moment. So we're just going to take 1 minute and just do some wordless tapping. So just tap on the side of the hand, take a nice big deep breath. Tapping is mechanical, and simply tapping makes a difference. We don't have to be focusing on anything specific. So for the minute or so, just move from point to point in the order and rhythm that makes the most sense for you. You can mirror me, or you can just do it in the way that makes sense for you. Big stretch, feel your way into your body. So today, the tool we're going to use is really simple. It's really straightforward, but oh my gosh, is it super powerful in allowing us to tune into being present to and allowing success in our lives. So what I want you to do, and I want you to think about this, is I want you to think of something recently, maybe not necessarily recently, but I want you to think of something you have done that you are proud of. And as you tune into this thing, and you're not going to be sharing it in the chat box, you're not going to be telling anybody else, it's just for you. But as you tune into the thing that you are proud of, it doesn't have to be something that other people think are a big deal. Years and years ago, I got an email from a client of mine that said, I made 3 phone calls today. And I started to cry because I knew how big of a deal that was in her life. The fact that she had done something hard was something that was really worth being proud of. So things that we are proud of are things that we have worked really hard at, or things that are valuable to us, or things that we didn't necessarily think we could do. So just think of something, tune in to something you are proud of doing. And as you tune into that, I want you to feel your way into it. And as you're doing it, how about you tap on the side of your hand? Because I have a feeling as we tune into being proud, we're going to get some resistance. So just tap on that. And I want you to feel when you are proud, how do you feel? For me, when I'm proud, my shoulders are a little further back. I stand, I'm more erect in my posture. It's almost like there is more of me, like I'm taking up full space. Not that I'm taking up too much space, but it's like, yeah, I'm here. However, you feel proud. Maybe it's a thought in your head. Maybe it's a sense of calmness. Maybe there's stillness. Maybe there's energy. Doesn't matter what it is. Just tune in and feel your way into being proud. And as you feel your way into being proud, what I want you to do is I just want you to repeat after me. And as we do this, if a tail ender comes up, feel free to tap with one hand and write with the other so you don't lose those ideas. Just move from point to point. I have permission to feel successful. I have permission to be proud of my accomplishments. It is safe for me to be successful. It is safe for me to be proud of my accomplishment. I am allowed to be successful. I'm allowed to be proud of my accomplishments. I am worthy of being successful. I'm worthy of being proud of my accomplishment. I deserve to be successful. I deserve to be proud of my accomplishment. I am made for success. I am built for success. Success is part of my birthright. I'm allowed to be successful. It is safe to be successful. I am worthy of being successful. I deserve being successful. Take a nice big deep breath for me. And what I want you to do is I want you to tune into any tail enders, any yeah buts, anything that showed up inside of that. Feel free, just go in the chat box there, type some of those in if you want to share them. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a second round of tapping where we're going to be responding to the critical voice, that part of you that doesn't embrace what we are doing here. And the more that you incorporate into the chat box, the more personalized we're going to be able to make this tapping for you. So what were the things that came up? What were the things that showed up that were making it hard for you to be successful or to embrace or to stay present to as we turned in? Maybe it was even just at the beginning, naming something you were proud of. You know, I wasn't able to even name that. It didn't feel safe for me to just name something I'm proud of. You could feel a scolding voice in your head. Share with me what those things are so we can tap on those. Not deserving because of past mistakes. Absolutely. What else? It's not sustainable. I can't be successful all the time. Thank you for sharing that. I've had previous success and I can do it again. I feel proud. Awesome. I love that. Are you sure? Do you absolutely know that? I love those questions. No, you're not. You're not successful. Keep adding those in, and we're just going to start tapping and just move from point to point. I recognize the fact I am not perfect. And I've made mistakes in the past. Because I have made mistakes in the past, I forfeit my right to be successful. And I recognize those mistakes. I take responsibility for my mistakes. But the mistakes that I have made do not define me. They do not define what comes next. If making mistakes disqualified us from having success, then no one would be allowed to have success. Success would be impossible because we have all made mistakes. I can't acknowledge my mistakes. I can acknowledge that I am flawed and still be open to success. Still allow success. And there is a part of me that's afraid that success is not sustainable. That I've worked really hard to get it, but it will be impossible to maintain. Building success takes different effort than maintaining success. Just like building roads requires more energy than maintaining roads. Maintaining roads requires effort, but much less. Maintaining success requires effort, but less effort. And there is a part of me that is afraid. If I have success, it's going to get attention. And there's a part of me that's afraid of attention. People will judge me. People will be jealous. People will think I'm undeserving. I recognize the fact that even with the attention of success, it is possible for me to be noticed and to be safe. I'm allowed to have success and be noticed. I give myself permission to be okay with having success. I also recognize the fact being comfortable with success is not an all or nothing proposition. Being comfortable with success is something I can grow into. Even if it takes time for me to grow into being comfortable with success, being proud of success, I am allowed to do exactly that. It is safe for me to have success today. I am allowed to have success today. I am worthy of success. I am deserving of success. I am made for success. Nice big deep breath. Give me a big stretch. Oh. If you had an aha, an insight, something that came forward that you want to hear again, type it into the chat box just to reinforce it for yourself. Because sometimes there are phrases, there are ideas that show up that we don't want to lose. And it's awesome for us to hear and see other people's insight as we engage with all of this. So share some of those insights for yourself, for everybody else. Just to kind of set the table of what's going on this week. We're going to be back every single day at 9:30 Eastern time this week. Every single day, the tapping is going to look a little different. And we're not building. Each thing's going to be standalone. So if you can't make it tomorrow, come back on Wednesday. If you're watching a recording, please come back and join us live. Some other things that we got going on right now. Starting next week, I got a kind of cool little program going on called the Upper Limit Busters. It's going to be taking some of the concepts that we're doing this week and going even deeper with them. There's going to be teachings every single day. There's going to be a deep dive day where we're going to spend a number of hours just tuning in and clearing those things that we feel too much for. All you need to do is go to tappingqna.com/ULB for Upper Limit Busters. I'd love for you to join us for that next week. But you can just hang out with us this week and continue to tap along. It's just great for us to just kind of tune in this particular way. For those of you who are watching this after the fact, in just a moment, you're going to see a link on the screen so that you can click to the playlist of every single one of these, especially if you're joining us after the first day. All 5 days eventually are going to show up on YouTube as replays so you can watch them again and again. I will be back here again tomorrow morning at 9:30 Eastern time. Go to the webpage, turn on those notifications so you show up. You should have gotten an email about this. And I look forward to seeing you and tapping with you again tomorrow.